Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder Junior was so excited. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did... it was probably nothing.
Keep away. Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Lady Ai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all...
Lady Ai, it must be a possession. This is nothing like him at all. In the past...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But... then does that...
Yes. This is a change in the... Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into... As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of what...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed... Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly...
Lady Ai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly...
Poor sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambition short, now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your... But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword.
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from... If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, After you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually,
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never... So, just as I once placed my ambitions on, you are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my...
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to stay. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life. This is my promise. And I humbly ask...
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong... Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken... She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious. We can come back to it another time. Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense...
Oh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure...
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is...
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright.
Thank you both kind. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take, but I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my... Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori tea house? We ought not to...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your...
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is...
Oh, Paimon gets it! Got it.
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the...
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few... The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few... She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an exec... Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the... They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, after all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also...
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against...
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to say a little more about Sangonomiya. Historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate, but I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement.
Ooh, Paimon has a question.
Oh? What would you like to know?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with...
So do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counter-
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can-
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently—
Darn! So they found out-
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. By no means do we intend to place the burden of— When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find—